Okay, hello everyone and welcome to my shop. Today is going to be the second video on the Hallicrafters model S-40A communications receiver. The second video today is going to be focused on tube testing. And as you can see, we have my trusty 1950 Superior Instruments Company model TV11 tube tester. This is my main tube tester, but I also have another one, which is my Precision Apparatus Company model T60. But today I chose the TV11 because it is my most accurate tester, and it is just readily available, and it can test all these tubes because they all, for the most part, are octal-based tubes. So let's get started with testing the tubes in this receiver. And the first tube we're going to test is going to be the 80 rectifier. So we're going to start by turning on the tube tester, and we're going to set our line voltage. So if you watch the meter right here, we're going to go ahead and get that needle so it's right in the middle of the meter movement, or the line adjust position. There we go. So we have set our voltage on the tester, and as you can see, the meter is in the middle. I think you can see it better with the light off. Yeah, you can see that meter. Okay. So now we're going to start with the type 80. So we're going to look up type 80 in the roll chart here. So we'll do that. There we go, 80. It's a dual section rectifier. So our filament voltage is going to be 5 volts. We're going to start it 1 voltage lower, as I like to do. Then we're going to put switch 1, it's going to go to F. There's nothing for switch N, so switch 2 is going to go to P. And our load, we're going to put all the way up for now, because we have to do our shorts test. And now we're going to expect a short on pin 4, but we're not going to test pin 4, because that's the other side of the filament. So that's the only section we should have a short on. And I know it's not shorted because the radio works. And it's a 4-pin tube, so it's an older type of rectifier. It's a full wave rectifier tube. And we're going to plug it into our 4-pin socket over here. Let's go in that way. There we go. As we can see here, the tube is plugged into the tube tester. We'll put it up to 5 volts. And let's see if it is glowing here. Turn the lights off, see if you can see it glowing. Yeah, you can see it glowing there. 5 volts. Okay. So now we have the rectifier tube is heating up. So we'll set our line voltage here. And we'll go ahead now and do our shorts test. So we'll bring the camera back down here. And we'll go ahead and test for shorts. So we're actually going to be looking at this light right here. If you can see that light right there. Yeah, you see it lit up there. Let's turn this light off so you can see it. See that light lighting up? So that light's not supposed to light up on any of the other positions. So let's go ahead and do our shorts test. Okay, good. So we have no shorts. So now we're going to go ahead and proceed with the emissions test. So we'll go bump the switch up to emission and we'll watch the meter. Alright, this section of the tube's good because the meter is in the green, as you guys are able to see. So we'll go back down to the line position, and we'll... Or actually, I made a mistake there. Hang on. I forgot to put a load on the tube after I did the short test. Let's not forget that. So we need to put our load on 3 first to actually give the tube a load. Then we'll test it for emissions. That's a more accurate test. Okay, so the tube is good. It's in the weak, but it's barely in the green there, so it's kind of like marginal. But a weak tube will still work, and I have stronger tubes of this type too, so nothing to worry about there. As long as it has emission and no shorts, we're good to go. So now we'll bump our load back up so we do the other side. So the other side, we're going to have switch 3 to P instead of 2. So we'll put down 2 and we'll put up 3. So there's the other side of the tube now, and we'll repeat the shorts test. Okay, no shorts, so we'll put our load on the tube. Set our line voltage again, and emission. And that's reading right about the same, right there. Basically, as you can see, right around, right here. right in the weak area. But it's still good. It's right between weak and green. So that tube's good. So we'll turn the load up, we'll turn down our filament, and we shall remove the tube from the tube tester. Okay, that tube is good. Our 80 rectifier. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and test the power output tube. This is the 6F6. Can you guys read that? 6F6. I don't know if you can see, but it says 6F6 on there. And it's actually a metal tube, which I've seen is kind of rare to find a metal one of these. So now we're going to set up for a 6F6 on our roll chart. There we go, 6F6. So the filament voltage for this tube is going to be 6.3 volts, which is your standard filament voltage. Just getting the camera adjusted there. Okay, so we're going to set it to 5 volts and then we'll bump it up. I just like to do that just to limit tube inrush current. And now we're going to set 2 is going to go to F and 5 is going to go to P. And our load is again going to be on 3. And we're going to expect a short on 7 only. But we're not, obviously I'm not going to test that because it's just the filament. So none of the other elements should have a short in it. Put the tube in the tester, as you could see there. And now we'll go ahead and put the voltage up to 6.3 volts. And we'll set our line voltage that does drift as you put a load on the tube tester. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and test for shorts. So we're watching for any shorts on the short light. Okay, we have no shorts, so we can proceed with the emission test. Put our load to 3. Check our line voltage again. That's good, and now we'll read emission. And again, we're just reading right into the good range. It's just barely in that green area on the meter there. And that's kind of what I've been noticing with these tubes so far, is it's just right in the green area. But it is heating up and it is good. So that's good. So now we're going to go back to our shorts test, or our line voltage adjust. We're going to bring our load back up, turn down the filament, and we're going to remove the tube from the tester, because this is only a single section tube. Okay, so that tube is good. Now we're going to move on to the 6H6, which is this tiny guy. This is our dual diode, our detector diode in the radio. A 6H6. So we'll set the tester up for a 6H6. And that's a dual tube. Okay, 6H6. So the filament is again 6.3 volts. So we're going to set that. 2 is again going to go to F. 3 is going to go to P for the first section. Our load is going to be on 3 once again. And we're going to be looking at 2 and 7 again for the short. So we'll put this tube in the socket. Very small tube, that is. Turn up our voltage. Set our line voltage. And now we'll do our shorts test. So watch the shorts light. Okay, we have no shorts, that's good. So now we're going to bring our load to 3. Do our line test. And read emission. And this one's reading right about 60 on the meter. It's in the good range of the meter, if you can see that. There we go. Okay, so now to test the other section, we'll go back to shorts. And now we'll do the other section, which is going to be at 5 to P. Okay, and we'll repeat the shorts test. Okay, we have no shorts, so load's going to go back on 3. Line voltage. And emission. And once again, we're basically right in the same spot, right there. Okay. Okay, so this tube is good, so we're going to go ahead and go back to line and focus my camera. Focus, come on. Well, my camera apparently isn't liking me today. Focus! Come on, focus. Focus. Okay, I'm sorry about this. I'm having a real time focusing my camera. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now the camera decided to cooperate. We're going to pull the tube out. And we'll go ahead and test the next tube, which in this case is going to be a 6SK7 tube. So 6SK7. Turn everything down. We're going to go ahead and set up for that. K7. Okay, I'm just going to search for... Just going to grab something to elevate the computer here so it doesn't overheat. I've had that problem before with that. Okay, so a 6SK7. Let's see, 6S, there it is, 6SK7. It's a single section tube. So again, our filament is going to be 6.3 volts. 2 again is going to go to F. 4 is going to go to P, and our load again is going to be 3 and 2 and 7. So a lot of these tubes do have the same settings. So we will now place the tube in the tester. And we'll go ahead and do our usual routine of letting the tube warm up, and we'll set our line voltage. Okay, now we're going to proceed with the shorts test. Let's watch the light. Okay, no shorts, so we're going to put our load on. Go back and set our line because it does drift. And we're going to read emission. And we're reading right about the same as we were with the last two. Reading on 60. Go back here. So all these tubes are kind of reading the same. So now we're going to go ahead and put back to our line. We're going to bring up our load, turn down our filament, take out the tube, as it's good. These sockets are pretty tight on this tester because the tester really wasn't used that much. Put our tube off to the side, and now we're going to grab our other tube, or our next tube I should say, which is going to be a 6SG7, as you guys can see. So a 6SG7, we're going to go ahead and set up for that. Okay, 6SG7. So 2 to F, 6.3 volts once again. 2 to F, 3 is going to go to N this time. 4 is going to go to P, and our load again is going to be 3 and 2 and 7. So we're going to go ahead and place the tube in the socket. Let it warm up a minute. And we're going to do our shorts test. So we're going to be watching the short light, as you can see. 2 and 7. Okay, we have no shorts, so we'll put our load on 3. Set our line. And read emission. And that's odd, we have no emission, apparently. We are reading no emissions. No emissions. Now, is the filament making contact? We're going to check 7. Well, shorts test first, that might help. 7. Okay, the filament's good. Let's test for shorts one more time here. This is kind of surprising. Okay, no shorts. Load is going to be on 3. Line voltage is good. And we have nothing, absolutely no emission. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bump up the voltage a little bit. Let's just cook it here at 12 volts. So we got 12 volts going into this tube right now. And we're still reading nothing. I think this tube, put it back down to 6. I think this tube might have an open cathode or something because we absolutely have no deflection on that meter whatsoever. I mean, let me see if we can get a good look at the meter here. Well, that's nice. Drop your camera. Don't want to do that. You can see if we can show the meter here. So here we're going to be going into emission right now. There's nothing, absolutely no emission whatsoever at this tube here. So right now we're going to say that the 6SG7 is a dud. And it is a 6SG7, I can prove that. It's heating up and it's... Yeah, no doubt, 6SG7. So we're going to put this tube in our duds pile. So we need to find a 6SG7. That's not good. Okay, we only have 4 tubes left. Let's test the 6J5, which is a glass tube. So 6J5. Find that. 6J5, there it is. So again, we're going to have 6.3 volts. 2 is going to go to F. 2 is going to go to F. 5 is going to go to P. Load is 3 and 2 and 7 once again. Put the tube in the tester. Put it up to 6.3 volts. And we're going to set our line voltage, which is good. The tube is lighting up. Okay, shorts test. Watching the shorts light. Okay, that's good. We're going to proceed to putting our load on the tube now. And testing our line voltage again. And emissions. Okay, and that one reads good. If our camera would focus on that. Why is the camera coming out of focus? Come on. There we go. We got good emission on that tube. Unlike the 6SG7, which apparently wants to be dead for us today. So we'll do the usual thing. Bring down the filament. Pull the tube. Place it over there. Reset our tester. Okay. The next tube. It's a 6SQ7 this time. So we'll set up for a 6SQ7. Okay, 6SQ7. So this says, again, 6.3 volts. So 7 is going to go to F this time. 2 is going to go to P for our first section, and our load is 3. And this time pins 7 and 8 for our heater. Setting our line voltage. Okay, we're going to test for shorts on the first section, 7 to 8. Okay, no shorts, so we're going to put our load, set our line volts, and read emission on the first section, and we read good, as we can see. Okay, now we're going to do our second section, so we're going to go back to shorts. We're going to test for that. So now our second section is going to go 4 to P this time. And our load's going to be 10 this time. So we're going to watch that. So let's do the shorts test. Okay, no shorts. So load is 10. Set our line volts. And emission. Now, this tube I don't think is as critical. It does read weak. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. A weak tube can still work fine in a radio. It's been my experience. But if I do find a stronger tube, I'll probably replace it. And I'll have to look on the schematic to see what this exact section of the tube is going to be used in the set. It might not be very critical. So we'll go back again, once again, to our shorts test. And we're going to do our final section. We're going to have 5 going to P. Okay, and our load again is going to be 10. So let's do the shorts test. Okay, no shorts. Put our load on 10. Line volts. And this side still reads weak, but it's a bit stronger. If the camera would focus in here. Come on. Sometimes I have to give this camera a minute. Usually it's not that bad. There we go. So we read weak, but we're still good. Okay. So this tube is It's okay, but it is kind of weak on the weak side, but that still does not mean it's bad. It will still work. So I'd say it's good. Okay, we have 2 tubes left. The last tube is the 6SK7. So we'll set up for that. 6SK7. There we are. Now I think there's 2 of these tubes in here because I already did one of these, I think. So again, 6.3. 2 is going to be to F. 4 is going to be to P. Load is 3, and then 2 and 7 once again for the filament. 6.3. Okay. Shorts. No shorts. Okay, load is going to be on 3. Line test. And emission. We are in the good range, as you can see. So that tube is good. No problems there. And our final tube, a 6SA7. 6SA7. Okay, it's again a single section tube. So 6SA7, 6.3 volts again. 2 to F, 5 is going to be on P. Our load is going to be on 3. And 2 and 7 once again for the filament. 6.3. Doing our shorts test now. 2 and 7. Okay, no shorts. Put our load on 3. Line voltage and emissions. And we're good. Alright, so we only had one officially dead tube. We have a few weak tubes, but they'll still work. You know, eventually I'll replace them. Weak tubes aren't always a bad thing. They'll still function fine in a radio. Okay, so that basically completes part 2 of the tube testing, or of the video of the Hallicrafters Model S-40A communications receiver, and that was tube testing. So I hope you guys enjoy watching me test tubes on the Superior Tube Tester, and stay tuned for more videos in the future to come after I get the parts for this set. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye.